Tokyo Olympic tickets, be prepared to be disappointed. Tokyo AP, you want tickets for next year's Tokyo Olympics? Prepare to be let down. Millions were disappointed starting Thursday when applicants in a ticket lottery U4 Japan residents, only you began learning if they landed tickets. The answer is going. This was not the case at the last several games, the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang and the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, when tickets were given away and volunteers were often summoned to fill empty seats for the television cameras. His Los Angeles-based company does not buy or sell Olympic tickets, but manages tickets for corporate clients, several of which are major Olympic sponsors. Hanscom said he follows ticketing patterns for every major event and estimates that 80–90% of Japan residents who applied for tickets could get nothing. Tokyo's organizing committee was unable Thursday to say how many Japan residents got tickets, and it's unclear if you or when it will disclose the overall numbers. Organizers will. Japanese media immediately began reporting about disheartened fans. Organizers said the millions who failed got this message in email from Tokyo organizers saying, "Simple math explains the supply and demand crunch." Tokyo organizers say that 7.5 million residents of Japan registered to apply for tickets through the lottery system. Extrapolating, organizers estimate there are 7.8 million tickets for all Olympic events, but 20–30% of those are for distribution outside Japan, where buyers could face the same problems and end up paying more. Buyers outside Japan must get tickets from authorized ticket resellers, companies appointed by national Olympic committees. They were authorized. The reseller for the United States is CoSport, which also handles sales in Australia, Jordan, and several European countries. Carton is the resellers are allowed to charge a 20% handling fee on every ticket. They can also use ticket prices for buyers in Japan vary greatly and are listed in The opening ceremony on July 24 features the most expensive ticket, 300,000 yen, $2,700. The most expensive. Even with the soaring demand, many venues could still wind up with hundreds of empty seats that are typically set aside for International Olympic Committee officials, corporate sponsors, and local dignitaries. Often they don't show Even athletes could have a tough time landing many tickets for family members and friends. All athletes can get 2 tickets for each session in which they compete. These tickets are sale. Hanscom pointed out that given the shortage, scalping is sure to be a big problem, as it is at every Olympics and Soccer World Cup. The ticketing system for the Olympics and Soccer's World Cup is murky, allowing for abuse, anger, and confusion, with tickets often appearing in the hands of high-ranking officials. 3 years ago at the Rio de Janeiro Olympics, of Ireland was arrested on suspicion of ticket scalping. He is suspended. Hanscom predicted a vibrant. However, the law has a large loophole and does not apply to tickets distributed for free or given away as gifts, or tickets without a purchaser's name. This could apply to local Japanese Olympic sponsors have paid over $3 billion in sponsorship fees, and also sure to get a slice of tickets before they hit the public market. What? More AP Sports End. Stephen Wade on Twitter.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot bar. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.